Hi, One Best PR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's week 11 in the NFL. Mark Sanchez is starting for Philadelphia this week at home against Tampa Bay. Philly is a decent-sized home favorite. We're going to talk with Joe Duffy from offshoreinsiders.com to analyze this game for possible betting value. Now, Joe Duffy, usually when the Eagles are this kind of a favorite, I'm looking to bet against them. I felt that way last week, against Miami, and that was a winner. I just feel like Philly, they play great for stretches, but they can't do it for an entire game. They're either going to get up early and then let the team in, late, or they're going to get down early and then maybe fight back, maybe get the win, but not the cover. Here they're 5.5 or 6 point home favorite against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has actually now covered 4 out of their last 5 games. The only thing that makes me a little bit nervous here is that, Mark Sanchez getting his first start. He is obviously an experienced NFL starter, and in this first start back, maybe he plays better than expected, and Philly, gets a margin win here. And then in subsequent starts, he starts to, fade back to the Mark Sanchez that we know. What do you think about this one, Joe?
Well, Peter, we actually agree. I've said that I often like a one-time starting quarterback when he gets new life. And although there's plenty of game film on him, it's not like, your team still like to look at the recent week tendencies and playing with all the guys that'll be playing with this week. Of course, he did come in to the game last week. And I think from what I've seen, there's still some chance Bradford will play, but I know that most sources do say that Sanchez is likely to play. But Sanchez himself, look, he's one of these kind of high-risk, high-return. He can be a playmaker, but he just makes so many dumb mistakes. And as a general rule of thumb, with quarterbacks like that, I like to go with them as underdogs, but I like to go against them as favorites. Something that really surprised me when I was looking at this game, both these teams actually have the better straight-up mark, and I looked, and it really surprised me. Teams, when they have a better than or equal to straight-up mark, but there is a big difference in the margin of victory, at least a net difference of 8 points, which applies here. Shockingly to me, the team with the worst margin of victory is actually 81-51-2 as a road dog against the spread when they have a better or equal to straight up record. And that did surprise me. That would favor, by the way, Tampa Bay, but more so not just a pretty good statistic, but the fact that Philadelphia is off such a heartbreaking loss. I thought that they were possibly turning the corner. Looked like they were going to blow Miami out. And then, of course, they just blew that game. And I think it's really a disheartening loss. The one good thing, Philadelphia liked to have Jason Peters back, who's their best offensive lineman. But I just think it's really such a disheartening loss. And then Tampa, on the other hand, look, Jameis Winston, he's a rookie. He does seem to be getting a little bit better. Every game, they seem to be trending upward. And just when it looked like Philadelphia is trending upward, all of a sudden, the tires blew out.
All right, so it sounds like then that you're leaning towards Tampa Bay, and you're not worried that Sanchez is going to come in his first game back and give a sort of an elite performance out of nowhere.
Yeah, the short-term spike, as I guess I often refer to it, does worry me a little bit, but I think Tampa's the higher percentage play.
All right, well, right now we have Tampa Bay plus 5.5 or 6, total 45 or 45.5. Joe Duffy, would you like to pass on this one or give us an official pick?
I will give you an official pick on Tampa.
Tampa Bay plus 6. Joe Duffy from offshoreinsiders.com. Consummate handicapping professional going back 30 years. Joe Duffy, tell us what you do at your website, offshoreinsiders.com.
An OC, as you would say, original capper. I've been selling my picks. They've been public since 1988 and got started in the business. Dial Sports before that as a score phone announcer, etc. Look, we've been having a great year. Big weekend is already up, college and NFL. Why don't you visit offshoreinsiders.com for the updated details, because we literally update like crazy as information comes in, etc. Offshoreinsiders.com.
Thanks so much, Joe.
Thank you, Peter.